And as you step off that bridge, what I want you to do is just get your bearings. And as you adjust, I want you to look down at your feet and tell me, do you feel that you're wearing anything on your feet? No. Can you see your feet? Yes. And as you're looking down at your feet, you'll be able to see what you're standing on. What kind of ground are you standing on?
Grass.
You're standing on grass. And I want you now to look at your hands and your clothes and look down to see what you're wearing. Describe to me, what do you sense that you're wearing?
I can't imagine what I'm wearing.
Okay, what I want you to do now is, I want you just to relax your mind while I bring a spiritual mirror in front of you. And the more I talk, the clearer your image will become in this mirror. So you'll be able to describe to me exactly what you're wearing and what you look like. So when you're ready, 3, drawing that mirror forward now. 2, I'm placing it in front of you. And 1. And every time you hear my voice, the image will get clearer and clearer. And I want you to look into that mirror until you can clearly focus and see yourself. What do you imagine is there? Can you see yourself as male or female? Or do you just sense that you're male or female?
Female.
You're female. And I want you to connect with that female image there. And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead, you're going to give me some numbers, and that will be your age. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. How old are you? What's the numbers that come to mind?
30.
You're 30. And as you look around now, using your senses, feeling the energy around you, do you feel that you're on your own, or do you sense
On my own.
you're on your own? And is it daytime or is it nighttime? How does it feel to you?
Daytime.
It's daytime. And you say you're barefoot on the grass and you're 30 years old. If you're 30 years old, you'll know what people call you in that life. What name comes to mind? Hear your name being called. Just feel it coming in now on the breeze, the whisper of your name. And as you're stood there, I want you to look into that mirror now. And the more I talk, the clearer and clearer it will become, like looking into a clear pool on a summer's day. And I want you to connect with yourself through that mirror so that you can see your eyes. And the more you look, the clearer the image comes, so that you can see your hair and the rest of your body. What colour hair do you have there?
Dark brown.
Mm-hmm. And as you look down towards your clothes, describe to me what you're wearing. What colour are your clothes?
Dark blue.
Dark blue.
With white.
Mm-hmm.
Like crystal beads or something.
Crystal beads.
Mm-hmm.
How lovely. And I want you to connect with your senses and your feelings and tell me, how are you feeling at this moment? Are you happy or sad? What's the feeling that you get?
Just calm.
Calm. Mm-hmm. And you say that you're outside and it's daytime. I want you to imagine that you're looking around your landscape now. Describe it to me. Are you in town, on a beach or on a mountain? Where are you?
In the field.
You're in a field. Mm-hmm. And what do you imagine that you're doing in this field? Are you working?
Just walking.
You're walking. Mm-hmm. So is this your time for yourself?
I think so.
So what I want you to do now is put one foot in front of the other. And as you continue to walk, you go even deeper into this story. And I want you to take me to the place where you live. And I want you to be outside the place where you live. So put one foot in front of the other, each step going deeper and deeper into the story. Every step that you take brings that memory even closer to you. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to be outside where you live. So when you're ready, 3. Getting closer now, 2 and 1. Be there now. And as you're stood outside of where you live, what do you imagine you're viewing there?
Castle.
A castle? Mm-hmm. Well, I want you to step forward towards this castle now, and as you step even closer and closer into the memory of that castle, you'll know why you are there. What do you do in this castle? Do you work or do you play?
I think I work there.
You work. Mm-hmm. And now what I want you to do is, with each step that you take onto that ground there'll be the memory of where that castle is and what country it is in. So what country comes to mind? Is it a warm or a cold country?
It's both.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that you're in England or in Europe, or do you think that you are further away? Draw the memory.
Europe.
You're in Europe. Mm-hmm. Well, now what I want to do is, in a moment, I'm going to tap you on the forehead. And when I tap you on the forehead, you'll see some numbers come to mind, and that will be the year that you're living in this castle. So when you're ready, 3, 2, and 1. What year is it there?
$1900.
1900. So see yourself there now, walking through the castle grounds. I want you to take me to the place where you live in the castle. So with that thought in mind, with each and every step, going to the place where you live in that castle. See yourself now going deeper and deeper into that story until you are there. Do you live in a room or do you live in a big house? What do you imagine is there?
A room.
You live in a room. Do you live in this room on your own? How do you feel?
On my own.
On your own. Mm-hmm. And I want you now to imagine that you're working, doing your job at this castle. So as I continue to talk to you, I want you to go to a memory in that life where you're working and doing your job. And tell me, what do you imagine that you're doing there?
Playing with children.
Playing with children. And that is your job? Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about your job? Just connect with your senses and tell me how you're feeling.
Good.
You're feeling good. And how many children do you imagine that you're looking after there? Just scan the area. Is it 2 or 10?
4.
There's 4. And as you look at these children, one by one, tell me, are they all girls or boys, or is there a mix?
Mix.
There's a mix. How old are these children?
7. 6.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 3.
4 and 3. Well, I want you to concentrate on the 7-year-old there, and I want you to step forward to them and connect with their energy and look into their eyes and tell me, is that a girl or a boy?
Boy.
A boy. And what's his name? What do they call him in that life?
Victor.
Victor. Very good. And as you're looking into his eyes, what colour eyes does he have there?
Hazel.
Hazel. And knowing that the eyes are the windows to the soul, this little boy Victor, look into those eyes now, and where you can communicate telepathically, mind to mind and soul to soul. And tell me, is Victor in your life today? We'll just have a knowing.
My son.
Mm-hmm. And who do these children belong to? Are they yours?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I want you to now to look at the 6-year-old. Bring them forward in your imagination and connect with their energy. And tell me, is that a male? Is that a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Mm-hmm. And describe this girl to me. What colour hair does she have?
Ginger.
Ginger. Mm-hmm. And is she a happy girl or a sad girl? Connect with her emotions.
Bit serious.
She's serious. Mm-hmm. And what do they call her in that life? What's her name? Just look at her and you'll just know her name. It will just come to you.
Lily.
Lily. And as you look into Lily's eyes and connect mind to mind and soul to soul, you'll know whether you're working with her in this life. Does she remind you of anybody today?
No.
Mm-hmm. And what about that 4-year-old? Is that a boy or a girl?
A girl.
A girl. Mm-hmm. And as you look at her and sense her vibration and look and communicate into her soul, do you feel that she is working with you today?
I think so. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So let's have a look at that little 3-year-old there. And is that a little boy or a little girl? See them there before you now.
A girl.
It's a little girl. Mm-hmm. And I want you to hold the hand of this little girl so that you can feel her vibration. And I want you to look into her eyes so that you can telepathically communicate and sense her story. Is she with you today in this life?
I can't see her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I want you to do then is I just want you to imagine that you're in front of her now and you're closing your eyes and you're just drawing her energy towards you so that you can read her energy in her mind telepathically. Do you feel that she's connected with you today somewhere?
She might be my neighbour's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what I want you to do now is, as you look around this castle and you know that it's in Europe, do you feel happy and comfortable that you're there? How do you feel about your life? Just connect with your senses.
Happy and relaxed.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel that these children are yours or that you're caring for them?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Mine and
So where is your husband? I want you to follow that thought and tell me, does your husband work in that castle or is he somewhere else? Do you feel that you have a husband? Or a partner?
I don't know.
What I want to do now is, I want us to close that scene so that we can go forward in your life to another significant time when something is happening. So when you're ready, just close that scene like you're flicking the switch of a remote control and allow your mind to drift and float forward. And I want you to stay in the same timeline, but if you hop on to another life and another memory, that's fine. But go drifting and floating forward to another significant time in your life. So when you're ready, I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to be at that time and that place. 3, drifting forward now, going deeper into that memory. 2 and 1. Be there now. You were 30 years old before. How old do you feel now? You're 40. And do you still live at the castle? Take a look around. Just sense where you are. What's happening around you? Bring the story to your imagination. Are you inside or outside?
Can't imagine a place.
Mm-hmm. So what I want you to do is I want you just to put one foot in front of the other, and as I click my fingers, just put one foot going deeper into the memory, one foot in front of the other. Just walk around the place where you are and get a sense of the atmosphere around you. And do you feel like you're inside or outside?
Outside.
You're outside. And as you're outside, feeling the energy around you, do you feel that you're on your own, or do you sense that there are others around you?
On my own.
You're on your own. And do you know what you're doing there on your own? Just connect with that thought. As you're outside, look around. Imagine what you imagine. And tell me, where are you?
I'm walking on the street. It's
Mhm.
dark.
Walking on the street and it's dark.
There are
Mhm.
lights.
Yeah? And as you're walking, tell me, are you walking to somewhere or are you walking from somewhere?
True.
See yourself walking to that place and you'll know where you're walking to. What are you doing there?
I think I'm going home.
You're going home. Mm? Well, as you continue now with your footsteps, each step going deeper and deeper into the story. When you get home, are you on your own or are there people there? What's happening?
They're sleeping.
Who are sleeping?
I got home, but there's no one. I think they're sleeping.
Mm-hmm. So why have you brought me to this memory? What's so important about this memory? That you're going home and seeing them sleeping?
I don't know.
Okay, what I want you to do now is to close that scene.